All right.
Take 100 pictures.
Okay, we're running. You gonna click it again? I like that. I like her making this feel official, man.
Goals are here. The next level for me. Tired of sitting on my suitcase.
You probably got an amazing suitcase, man.
It's a good suitcase, I'm not gonna lie.
We got Eugene in the building, man. What's going on, my friend? How you doing, sir?
What's up, brother, man? Good seeing you again. It's been a long time.
We got the effervescent networking Josie Beautician in the building again as well.
You say hi.
Yeah.
I did say hi.
Oh, I
Anyway. So we're going to talk about some stuff today. I think one of them is really funny, but you're out here from San Francisco. You're out there doing your thing. You're very IG friendly.
Try.
San Francisco's a very IG friendly place to shoot. And you're out there. I know you're in the business world. You do podcasting as well. You got your own out there running. What's the show called?
The show was called The Dedication to Excellence. As of 2 weeks ago, I am now a podcaster. I can throw that.
Wow.
Podcaster, welcome aboard, man. Welcome aboard, man.
Been tough adjusting to fame, man. You know.
Hey, you made it, man. So how does it feel casting? I mean, you know.
Well, if I may brag for a second, we did reach. I love the sound effects. Okay, first of all, I thought I was doing a good job podcasting, and I come into this room and I see the equipment, I hear the sound effects. I got this cool thing. I don't even know what this is in front of the microphone.
It's a pea popper.
Well, yeah, no, he's an inspiration. You're going to step your game up.
We're going to step each other's game up.
Yeah.
Exactly, bro. So I thought I was doing a great job.
You're doing a great job. I seen it's awesome, bro. It's amazing.
Yeah, for sure, man. So Dedication to Excellence. Check us out on all major platforms.
Your
It's a
co-host.
pleasure to be here.
Your co-host is cool, right? Was that your co-host or that just a guest you had in the last one?
So my co-host is Dustin Reyna, and first business tip out there is you want to find people who complement your skill sets, because
Right.
I know there's a lot of people out there who probably want to get into podcasting or any business for that matter. But you know, sometimes you got to get around the right people to actually inspire you to take action. So Dustin came to
Finding
me.
the right
Preach,
team.
man. Josie's been inspiring me in a whole new wave, interviewing more avid investors and people who I just haven't been familiar with. I've been narrowly minded on music, and she's just like opened my eyes to all these people getting money, and they're Asian American.
Hey,
like you.
I commend you for that too, by the way. You're not just pigeonholing yourself into one niche.
No, I don't know how to do that. Yeah,
Exactly. That ADD won't allow us to, right?
You have ADD.
I have not officially diagnosed, but the way
But I
you
can
watch,
tell you do.
exactly. Yeah. For better or worse, you know, hey, I truly believe no one is broken. You're dealt a hand and you play the hand. So the hand I was dealt was I run after good opportunities, man. So if I see something cool, I didn't know podcasting was going to be a thing a month ago until my boy hit me up, was like, hey, you want to do a podcast? I was like, sure. He put the pieces together. I just show up to the interviews, and here we are.
Josie, you seen him? You always seen him as a podcast. You think he could have done that always when you know him?
I feel like we had some practice. We just always had some really funny conversations, and it just kept leading to more and more like in depth of things. And I have a feeling that we'll get there today.
We've arrived. So how do you guys know each other in Frisco? You guys is it a scene out there? You guys are like-minded people, or high school, or how was the connection that made? Because Josie's networked in, man. She's
tapped in, man.
She's tapped
You want to meet the world, just meet Josie.
You want to tell the story?
I would love to tell the story.
Tell the story, Eugene, and I'll add to it.
Let me tell my version, because I'm sure
Okay.
yours is slightly different.
TMZ version, let's go. No,
Before I tell the story, let me think about how the fuck. Oh, I wasn't supposed to cuss in the
you
first
can cuss.
minute.
You can cuss now. We're past that
Think
preview
about-
minute mark. Yeah.
Okay, we can.
Yeah.
All right, we're about to get unfiltered
Fucking
now.
shit, man.
Fuck,
Let's go.
Poop shitballs. All right.
Got it out there.
So, I think it started because I was dating your friend.
Hey, shout out Josie's friend. She got some cute friends, man.
She do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All my friends are hot.
Yeah.
They are.
Do you rate them?
No,
You like-
or
you gotta-
he
you gotta
might.
look-
But
you gotta look like this to hang with us.
Basically on some mean girl shit.
Actually, I'm a beautician. It's just automatic. Right?
Beautician. She does
Be friends
beauty
with
pageants.
beauticians. She does the beauty pageants, y'all.
Yeah,
It's good to hang around Josie. Be by her left shoulder, man. You might get networked in.
That's why I stay around, man. You know, catch your rebounds. So y'all remember Holy Cow back in the day?
Oh my God.
Thirsty Thursdays.
Holy cow, yeah.
Yeah. So I met a young lady there. We ended up dating, and she's really good friends with Josie. But we didn't even really become close at that time. I knew of you, but I think it was years later when you started off on your business ventures that either you reached out to me or I reached out to you, and then that's kind of where we reconnected, right?
Yeah, because we were both on the same level of like business mentality, and then it just kind of like connected that way. So then that's how we became, closer, getting to know each other and stuff.
Oh, and if I could add some color to that too, we were also in the same industry of network marketing.
Network marketing, the pyramid thing.
The pyramid things, yeah. Still love the industry, by the way. Still involved in the industry. But because we were in the same industry, we could relate to the same challenges. She can call me up and say, "Hey, I'm having this challenge with my organization."
That's big.
And I had built a pretty big size team at that time, so.
Oh, you did well with that too.
Yeah, bro.
You're still in it.
I'm not super involved. It's a very passive effort at this point, but I still have a few $1,000s of residual income.
So it worked. Passive income.
If you find a good business model, a legit company, there are some sketchy ones out there, but if you find a solid company and you give it a solid 3 to 5 years, you can build something.
Yeah, Josie didn't want to really term it as a pyramid thing, but she just said the model's based on that. But
I mean, it's such a big stigma, right? So that's why it's like, to most people, yes, they see it as like a pyramid thing, but then for people who actually understand how business works, then it's not, because that's just how business is structured.
Absolutely. People want to knock it, but the losers want to knock it.
Exactly.
Right. And one of the early lessons I learned was, don't ever take somebody's opinion if you wouldn't trade places with them.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people who are the critics, the people sitting in the comment section talking shit, it's like, yo, what are you doing with yourself?
Yeah, someone's giving you advice and their face is sour, never take it.
Right.
Well, you seem bitter.
Yeah, and that's so important. I see a lot of people taking advice from like people who isn't where they want to be.
Yeah.
Like, this person doesn't know what they're saying.
The single person giving marriage advice.
Right, exactly.
Dead ass.
Don't
Exactly.
we have all?
Exactly. And it's always those people who don't have what you want that tend to be the loudest, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they do have good advice sometimes because they've just been through the mud. They're single. So tell me about the cast, man. How often you guys shoot? Is it once a week thing? You feel guilty you only get enough done when you miss a date? Do you always keep your date? How do you go about it, man?
You talking about the podcast?
The podcast.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, bro, we've been on an episode a day tear. We've been filming an episode a day, so
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like, my partner has access to my calendar, so every day I see a new event pop up and like, oh, I guess I'm filming a podcast this evening. But with us, it's on Zoom, so it's a little bit more user friendly.
You do it on your phone?
I do it on a computer,
okay,
unless my computer has technical issues, in which case I've shot 3 episodes on my phone. But that's not the goal. But hey, sometimes in life you just got to take that in perfect action.
You got to do it. You got to get it done.
Yeah, fuck these excuses,
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Eugene's
a
about it guy.
I mean, it's growing up, man. You just had to figure shit out. Like, nothing was handed to you, and we're all, if not immigrants, come from immigrant families, and nothing was handed. They kind of had to come here and figure their shit out and hopefully make something of themselves. So that kind of just stuck with me to this day, where from a young age, I think it's something in our age group probably, growing up watching the MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
Listening to, especially in the Bay, you had all the people talking about hustling and getting it, and it leaves an impression on your young mind, like, yo, I want all that shit too, but I'm gonna go get it.
I know. I remember watching CMC after school, and I was like, right? And I was like, I want a black Escalade.
Chewy Gomez. I'm actually podcasting him soon, so that's hilarious.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's what's up. Shout out to Chewy Gomez.
I used to watch that too after school, man.
Hell yeah.
CMC
Channel 8.
play the videos.
Channel 8, right?
Yeah. This is before interaction. That was like Spotify streaming right there. Video.
We just lost everybody under the age of 25 right there.
Yeah,
I know.
Some old ass shit. Let me play NBA Youngboy.
Back when life was in black and white. Hey, funny line I heard recently, like why there's such a hustle mentality from when we grew up, and maybe it's a little bit different now. But
the drug dealer rappers, but yeah.
Well, so there we go. So back then it was about selling drugs. Today's music is about taking drugs.
Totally.
Oh my God, you're right.
I gotta say, your generation is a lot cooler than ours. Though we only had like alcohol, coke, weed. We had like 3 or 4. You guys have like 12. There's like 12 things y'all could do.
That's probably because everything's just mixed up with hella stuff. Now. It's probably the same 5 stuff, and then they just cut it up with a bunch of random stuff. Now we got 12.
It's like a mix of different molecules.
Damn, Josie, you sure know a lot about
I know, because she's like,
I was an ex-party girl, okay?
So, Nate, how many drugs did you do total?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like the number of drugs in your total lifespan.
Type or how many
5.
times?
I've tried 5. 5 different types of drugs. I've tried like acid, coke, weed. I have tried, the crystal one time, and that's about it. I haven't done anything
Does
else.
prescription drugs count?
Yeah.
Percocet. Twice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably like
all that
over
counts.
20.
20?
There's so many different kinds
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
And she lived in New York for a little bit. Was in the whole.
Oh, they got a
right?
whole pill lifestyle in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about?
All the recreational ones.
Yeah. What about you, Eugene?
Shit, not like Josie. She don't have enough fingers and toes.
I think I turned out okay.
All right. Yeah.
You seem like you're a partier.
Definitely was a partier. Definitely probably still party a little bit, but nah. I mean, everyone smokes weed. I'm high right now.
Everyone smokes weed. You're high right now.
Yeah.
You don't even look it.
I smoked like 2 hours ago, so I'm probably not as high.
Your eyes aren't even red. You did Visine? No.
Nah.
No
I
one
hate
does
putting things in
Visine
my
anymore.
eyeballs.
Visine's a dying industry because like weed's so accepted.
Oh,
No one
really?
does. Have you bought Visine like ever recently? Because before 18, I'd buy Visine all the time. It's stupid because I'm Asian. I'm like, why do I have to buy it?
This is just my natural.
Yeah, no, as soon as the teacher was, are you high? I'm like, are you racist? And then I'd be high again.
Just play the race card.
Yeah,
Just get shot every time.
I was really high.
So weed, pill, a couple pills, Molly.
Molly's?
Are Molly and
Are
E
Molly's
considered the
in?
same thing?
They're outdated Molly, right? No one does it.
Yeah, but
I ain't done them in.
but that's what I'm saying. They
But
mix
that
it
was
with
your
so much
era.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Moon rocks,
Moon rock. Oh.
right? Because that's like a version of Molly's.
Well, I thought
Anyway.
Moon rocks
She
is
about
a
to give a
weed.
whole-
Anyway,
biology
that's what I'm
lesson.
saying. Like they just like mix it up with a
about to
bunch
pull
of
down
stuff.
the chart where you see the
The graph chart.
Chemistry
This is where
graph.
your high peaks and then it dies. So yeah, man. Everyone has fun with drugs and stuff like that. But yeah.
I had a little bit of fun. Actually, what's funny is you look at like my lifestyle and how I'm all out there and shit. Then you look at my little brother who's a lot more traditional. Went to college, bought a house with his college sweetheart. They got married. Like shout out to my little
He's
brother.
a straight edge.
Oh.
Yeah, except he's done like 10 times the drugs as me. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was gonna say like it's
Oh.
funny how that works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's a partier.
Oh, he's a part like low key though. Like,
How many brothers and sisters you got? Because I know Filipinos becoming deep, man.
Yeah, we hella deep in my household.
Then my neighbors, they're Filipino. No one's moved out. The whole family is still up. I pull up, I'm like, hey, everyone.
The aunties
The
in
kids
there.
having kids now. I'm like, is the house growing?
That's how 95% of Filipinos are. The other 5% in my household.
They don't grow
was,
out. They don't move out.
Well, my household was, hey, you almost 18, get the fuck out.
Oh, you got different parents then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was growing up like? Wait, what are your parents like?
They're because Filipino parents usually let the girlfriends hang in the house. That's alien to a Korean household. That shit ain't never going down.
That was always like I always had a dance around that. Like, for example, the rule was the girls couldn't sleep over, right? But
That's a rule. That's a loose ass rule.
right. So I bend it. So it's like, well, technically we never fell asleep. So
Wow.
we just stayed up till 6 in the morning. So like,
Loophole.
she ain't sleep
Okay,
over.
rolling your lumpia till 6 in the morning. All right, man. I
Exactly,
like that,
man.
man. That's cool. I mean, your parents were. God, I wish I had your parents, man. That's cool.
I mean, like I said, everyone is dealt a hand. So my parents, I learned so much from my parents, but at the same time, we definitely had our differences, and I'd be running away from home.
For sure.
And the way I like to think about parenting, especially as like the firstborn, and especially with my
Your
parents.
firstborn?
Yeah, I'm the oldest. It's just me and my little
They
brother.
have it tougher. Y'all got it a little tougher.
Yeah, and his dad my grandpa was in the Navy, so he was deployed most of the time. So my dad basically grew up without a dad, and her mom passed away when she was a little girl, so she basically grew up without a mom.
Sorry
So I'm like,
about
look, yo, you didn't grow up with a dad, you didn't grow up with a mom, so I didn't come with an instruction manual. So y'all doing the best you can. I get it. Yes, I got my Kawhi Leonard laugh. So I learned the grind from my parents. Like I said, my parents weren't handed shit. They had to figure it out. They ended up making something of themselves. My mom,
What do they do?
so my mom was a computer programmer. She got laid off when she was 40, but she had also started investing in real estate at the time. So when she got laid off, she never had to go back to work because she would just manage the properties. And then eventually she got into learning taxes because of real estate and the tax implications of things. So she started her own tax practice. And so she basically just does taxes now.
That's smart. She had an existing client base, and she's like, how can I get more out of that existing client base?
Well, actually, the reason she got into real estate wasn't even because she gave a shit about real estate. It was because taxes was always what she wanted to learn more about. So she said, yo, if I get a rental property, I can have deductions. And if you're listening and you're trying to learn some business shit here,
yeah, we are. We are.
Yes.
Taxes are the biggest bill you're ever going to pay into. In
Yes.
life. So if you don't understand tax implications,
No one does, Eugene.
Nobody.
Do you understand them?
enough.
Okay.
But remember, it's not about knowing everything. It's about surrounding yourself with the right people,
With the people
who
that do.
So like my mom, I'm blessed that she understands taxes, and because every year I can have her do my taxes, and every year I give her like 6 or 7 tax returns.
She gets you back dough every year.
Well, you don't necessarily want to get back though, because
Okay.
so
Game me up.
I know.
I'm not a tax, because if you're getting back though, what that means is you just overpaid. So if you overpaid into the tax
I need to learn more
system-
about taxes.
Yeah,
just
okay.
in general.
Okay, so getting back money is a bad thing. That means you're losing money in the fiscal year.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's, look, if this money wasn't in my possession, it was in the possession of the IRS, then that means that money couldn't have been leveraged in other ways.
Right.
So
Right.
if you're basically holding my money, and it's not
It's a
performing.
glorified
Right.
savings account.
Essentially, yeah.
Right.
So it's not necessarily a good thing to get money back. The more important thing to understand is you want to have deductions if you don't have deductions. And by the way, I'm not a tax professional. Go find one.
Yeah.
But
Like, do you have to keep the receipts? Because I can't do that. But I didn't keep. I went to Boba today.
But everything's
and
like
I didn't
digital
keep-
now,
yeah,
though.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
well, so there's hacks around that though, because I'm not as organized as I like to be. So the way around that is if you have business expenses, use it on the same business card. So you know every expense on the card.
so get a separate bank account maybe, or just a separate card.
Yeah, and form an LLC, create an account, and a business account, and build your business lines of credit that you can leverage, because there's reasons you want to do that. If you have business lines of credit, it doesn't affect your personal credit. So shit hits the fan.
Yeah,
Life
that's
is
a
not
great.
put you
Yeah,
in-
someone told me that your business credit and your personal credit are different. You can.
They are. Now, your personal credit is the foundation for your business credit, so you definitely want to get that right as much as possible. But I mean, look, at the end of the day, in 2020, you can learn about anything you want to learn about just by YouTubing it.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse for ignorance, other than you just ain't taking the initiative to
Your
figure
internet
shit out.
speed.
Was that?
Not just that's your only excuse.
Oh, your internet speed. Yeah. But hey, Metro got unlimited data packages now, so
There's no metros no more, is there?
I don't know. It's been a while.
It's
since
Cricket.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Cricket's like the new
Got to
metro.
walk 3 blocks for the Metro to work.
We used to just call it Metro piece of shit.
Getro.
Getro.
The Getro.
Getro. Yeah.
We just lost everyone else under the age of 22.
I know.
Metro.
We keep losing our crowd, man. No, okay.
Average age is gonna be 40 on this shit.
Yeah. I ain't mad. They spend more.
They do. They got the money. You gotta know your demographic.
So go on with that. So.
Yeah. So my mom taught me all the finance stuff. She was the business mind. My dad, he was just. I mean, he was smart in his own way. He wasn't book smart, but he's very mechanical. He worked on cars, and then he eventually went on to work on the equipment that the businesses used to service the cars. So my dad's the kind of dude he just redid my parents' entire bathroom. Now, he's never done bathrooms in his life, but he watched some YouTube videos and went into that bitch and then walked out to
And just did it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I walked in and I'm like, what the fuck happened here? Like, you look like you've been doing bathrooms your whole life. So my
He's friends
dad,
with the Lowe's guy,
Home Depot knows him.
Home Depot knows he first
got his
name.
VIP section at Home Depot. But nah, so he was always just taught me the value of work ethic. And another thing he taught me was how to network and look out for other people. My dad was always the type to where, if you needed something, you'd call him and he'd be willing to do you a favor if he was, the homie, and he was always looking out for other people. That's why his customers loved him so much, because
He went above and beyond.
there you go.
You have to. A lot of dumb entrepreneurs be like, no, I don't feel like I have to do that, and I don't want to run my business and take care of I don't want to go above and beyond in the first part. And I'm like, you have to go above and beyond.
You got to do more than what you're paid
have
for.
to do
Right.
more. You can't ever take your own. And that's why I tend to not hire people who overvaluate their time. If you overvalue your own time, you're fucked. You know what I mean? Because you're never going to allow yourself to do things. Because you learn when you're undervaluing your time. You're making mistakes and you're doing shit like that. Sorry, go ahead, though.
No, great point, man. Yeah, so I guess I was just kind of the product of my mom's mind and my dad's.
Yeah.
My mom's like hard skills, and then my dad's like soft skills.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that
That
made me
great team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're a
Teamwork
great
made the
team.
dream work there.
Exactly. And I'm blessed, bro. Like, and first of all, anybody who's born in America is blessed. And I think it takes coming from a family not from here to understand that and fully appreciate that. Because, look, at the end of the day, you know, there's still 20 million people on this planet who don't have access to clean water.
Right.
Like, we don't have to wake up every day thinking, like, we got a water bottle right here. We're taking shit for granted. So, this is, I mean, look, you hear people every day complaining about shit. And I'm like, you lack the perspective. I'm not mad at them.
No, I do it too. I do it, and then I see like the video with the person with no arms and legs shopping, and I'm like, all right,
yeah,
I'm gonna go shopping.
It could be a lot worse, you know.
Yeah, we really are.
So I was always taught to be grateful. And my mom would always call me spoiled growing up, and I didn't get it because all the other kids.
Look at where she came from.
Well, from her background.
Your parents from out there too, or they were born here? Or?
Yeah, so my mom's from Taiwan, but she came in from a really good family. And then my dad is like from Hong Kong that was like kind of slumming it and figuring things out.
Yeah, they have that
so they're like the opposite.
Yeah, they gave you a hard time too for your American spoiledness or not? Or?
No, my dad, I'm daddy's girl for sure.
So
and they spoiled me. And I think that's why like I'm always like so bubbly and positive because there was always a lot of love in my little family.
Positive people have that. I just noticed that, like really positive. They're never down. Both parents.
Man. Optimism is more profitable.
It takes a lot to give that foundation. You know what I mean? What are you doing now? What do you do for dough, man? I'm curious to know. Going through your Instagram.
Man, okay.
How do you make a buck?
Everything. Conquering the world.
Drugs.
Sell drugs.
That's a good answer, man. That's my answer.
OnlyFans. I have an OnlyFans. Well,
I'll subscribe.
Yeah. Pause. So my business journey really took off at the age of 22. At the time, I was just kind of messing around in community college because that's what they tell you to do.
SF Community College?
College of San Mateo. CSM.
Oh, shit.
College of
Good
Smart
business
Minds,
college out there.
Harvard on a hill. Yeah, we can go with great business school, but
yeah,
whatever. I was still in that mindset. I was just messing around, partying, chasing girls.
Finding yourself in community college, yeah.
If you want to call it, I don't know. I was lost. And then I was 22. I had just flunked out of like another class, and I had switched my major. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. And it was at that time I was working a couple part-time jobs. One of them being at the school at the gym. And my boy recruited me in that network marketing company I was telling you about.
Okay, yeah.
And so I came out to my very first event, and I sat in a room. Now, I had like briefly experienced network marketing a few years ago. I had signed up for something because my mom did, and I kind of checked it out. So I got like a glimpse of it, but I never really dove in. So
your mom said it was a good idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
It got the cosign from my mom, so I was like, she knows what she's doing.
Money, yeah.
If there's one thing I knew she knew, it wasn't like, okay, you're not the most affectionate mom, but you know how to make money. So.
What were they selling? What was the first company?
It was they did like cell phones and.
Oh, okay.
ACN.
Interesting.
Yeah, I did ACN too.
You did ACN, yeah. So,
I heard of that ACN, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you walk in,
I heard
and
of that,
they got the Lambo parked next to the Ferrari, parked next to the Bentley, and you're just like, I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna be rich in 2 months.
Yeah.
So that's why network marketing.
Tactic.
That's why network marketing gets a bad rap because they really like
sell a dream.
And sell a dream, which
it's a formula that works.
Yeah, but then they don't sell like how much hard work you gotta get to do to get to the dream.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to articulate that in 1 hour meeting.
Right.
Like, you want to get people in, and then like, okay, now that we're here, let's talk about what it really takes.
That turns a lot of people off. I bet you have to work really hard.
It really does. If the whole first hour meeting was this is how hard it's going to be, no one would sign up.
Okay. Yeah, right. That's true. Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah. So with Legal Shield, the second company that I got.
Oh my God, you're the Legal Shield guy?
Yeah.
Man, I still haven't got my right advice. No, I'm just kidding. No, but like. Okay, that was a tough one for me because I didn't get that, and I got offered it and everything.
Yeah.
How do you do? You still involved with Legal Shield, by the way? Or?
It's 10 years. November
10
5th,
years in.
November 5th. So 9 days ago was my 10-year. November 5th, 2010.
Wow.
Can you explain what Legal Shield is?
Yeah, very simply, you pay a small monthly fee, and you can consult with attorneys.
Okay. That's like
that's pretty much it. I mean, I was young, impressionable, and I had never used an attorney in my life. I was taught growing up, like, if you were talking to lawyers, you're probably going to jail or some shit.
Right, you're in trouble.
Very expensive just to talk to, you know what I mean?
Like, bro, I can bore you to death with stories, but
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's a story I just got right here. So like, my best friend, shout out to Day Day if you're listening.
Hey.
He just sent me another testimonial. I guess recently he went to Tahoe and stayed in some resort, and for whatever reason, it was not a good experience.
His trip overall.
The stay, like something went wrong with the stay to where he was like, bro, I shouldn't have to pay for this. Like, this was terrible. Like, he probably didn't get the room he wanted or something. I could read the letter. Anyway, long story short, he goes complaining to them, and they're basically like, you're out of luck. He's like, all right.
I've been there with
And
Airbnb
so
recently. Yeah.
Most people would just let that go because you're not going to call a $500 an hour lawyer over a hotel stay that costs you $300, you know? But with Legal Shield,
okay.
he called his lawyer. They wrote a letter on their letterhead saying like why this is wrong and using their,
letterhead basically.
Attorney.
The
Yeah,
letterhead is the most
Intimidating.
You got
Yeah.
names
Yeah.
on the top from Parker Stanberry. You respond a little bit different. So long story short, they cut him a check after they said we can't help you.
right.
So what I try to tell people is you might have never used an attorney, but if they were easy to use and free, you might pick up the phone when you have a landlord issue or you have a question about your rights as an employee, or you take your car to the mechanic and they mess up your car and now they trying to say that's your fault. Like insurance company, identity theft, like taxes. Hello, you can talk to a tax attorney.
And you've seen it work. You've seen them send out is that pretty much what it's for? Like you get the monthly and you're like, hey, I get some letterhead sent out, man.
Most of the time, what I use it for personally is getting paperwork looked over. Because when you're in business, you sign a lot of shit. And I don't know legalese. Attorneys are so smart; they've made up their own language, and that's what these documents are made out of.
That's why you need a lawyer.
That's why I need a lawyer. So I always have my attorneys look shit over and just give it a second glance, and they'll say, "Oh, you might want to request that they change this line to have it say this."
Right.
Good to know.
So they do that.
Yeah.
And they charge extra for that.
Yeah.
That's part of your monthly fee.
Bro, it's like $30 a month. I'm like,
That's a pretty damn good deal. Why wasn't I explaining it that for?
I love this. I've used the service over 100 times myself. I never talked to a lawyer up to the age of 22. Since then, I've talked to
Share that on your IG more. Like the whole process of it. I think that would really get people. You know what I mean?
Like understanding the process and stuff.
To see it.
Yeah. So part of my challenge is I'm involved with so much stuff. It's like, how do I not look like I'm just all over
doing everything with no.
So I have like my strategy behind it. But yeah, you're right. I probably
You should do it and have them pay you for commercial use, man.
That is true. I could do it.
Yeah, I had this thing called Tapped on my phone. You know about Tap? Can I see your phone?
Tapped in, featuring Josie.
Yeah. So like, it's this thing I do it, and I'm trying to do a commercial for him. So like, oh, it didn't work.
Tapped that brand new.
Yeah. Damn, that sucks. Oh well.
I got a very thick case.
That's not a very.
But yeah, it's supposed to just pop up on my social media. And anyway, like
I've seen the Instagram ad. Yeah.
Yeah. It really worked. Well, most of the time. It works.
Just like Legal Shield.
But it's like an ad. Yeah, when I do it, it's like an ad. So I'm just like, I should try to just do it as an ad, send it to them. So I see certain people do that. They'll do the ad first for a company, showcasing their product, and then they'll.
That's smart, man. You could just start shouting out companies and even like high value companies, so that other brands think, oh, that company fucks with them. Like
it's I've seen a lot of different ways of tech marketing. So Instagrams will show me the coolest shit on how to market.
You can learn anything, bro, right now, and it's all about experimenting too. I mean, at the end of the day, the best ideas still haven't been discovered. So out there,
I just saw a
well, I feel like there's a lot of ideas, but there's no execution in most people. Like everybody's got an idea.
Thank you.
But
thank you.
The execution.
Oh my God! So
really
I do something cool here, and 50 people come up to me to Bleeve, I got an idea for you, and I'm like, "Are you gonna do it?" No.
Okay, right?
I need you to do it, Bleeve. I'm like, I'm already doing shit. You're not doing anything. Do that for me. No.
And then they're the ones that criticize.
But I want to tell it to, and you should do it because it could happen. Like, what could happen? Like,
at the end of the day, execution's everything. Man.
Yeah.
Someone got rich off of pet rocks, So
yeah.
Executed well.
Good execution, though.
I mean, like technically,
you picked out good rocks.
You picked out good rocks. Did you buy one?
Yeah, they were jaggedy. There were some pretty.
There's some smooth.
Pretty fucking.
That's good execution.
They're polished, pretty rocks.
If it was a bad rock, you wouldn't have bought it.
You didn't just take the rock out the street, guys. You found a good rock.
I do have a question for you, though.
It's a grade A rocks.
You do so many things. How do you find time to time management and also like, split your time correctly for each project because I'm going crazy right now.
You got apps.
One word, just leverage, man. Leverage. Everything I do is kind of overlapped. So when I make one move, I don't make one move. Like 10 things get done. So like the podcast, for example, that was just a natural extension of the fact that I've been in network marketing. So I've just been needing to help people anyway.
You like talking and then it's in contentable form.
It's the only thing I'm good at.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm good at is making friends.
You're good at a lot, I can tell, but those are one of the things you're good at.
Those are my strengths, man.
Yeah.
So like Legal Shield, as I went along that journey, I ended up one of the guys I met through that journey started a company, and he called me and said, "Hey, I'm starting a company. I want you to help." And so that became Zyral. So that's like my mainly
Zyral,
yeah. That's my
it's
biggest.
Like viral, but it's Zyral.
Yes, thank you.
Hey.
We're rebranding. There'll be a new name in a month. So
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I've been on that journey now for almost 4 years, and we just closed another $2 million, $2.5 million in funding.
Oh, you're doing big shit then.
We're trying, man.
That's good. That's big.
We've grown like close to 200% year over year from last year during the pandemic.
What is this company about? What do they do?
Oh yeah, my bad.
Zyral, right?
Zyral. We do self-service kiosks for restaurants.
Self-service kiosks for restaurants.
So now if you go to like McDonald's or Taco Bell now, you can order from a kiosk.
Oh yeah, that's you guys?
Yeah.
Or you're doing the technology for it?
Both. We have the hardware and the software.
Right.
Our slightly different spin on it is we're not just looking to be an order-taking machine. We take the data that the customer, from the customer who uses the kiosk, and then we're able to flip that into marketing based on it.
Wow.
So it's kind of like if you go to Amazon, right, or any e-commerce brand, when you go there, Bleeve, and I go there, we're going to see two different things because Amazon's going to promote different things to you based on their data.
Right.
Different things based on my data. So we wanted to create that in the in-person experience. So if I go to the local taqueria and you go to the local taqueria, maybe the kiosk, because I've gone to other Zyral kiosks, knows that I'm a vegan, so it will only recommend me the vegan items. It knows you love chicken, so it'll try to upsell you on some chicken shit.
Wow, that is so cool.
So that's
a
cool.
great
That
idea.
is cool.
That's a great idea.
And
that's really good shit too. The technology that you're going.
Yes, I mean it's the future, bro. I mean that's where the world was going before the pandemic, and now with the pandemic and social distancing being a thing, it just increased the need for what we offer.
Yeah.
But the market's kind of fucked right now because we cater to restaurants, and I heard they're shutting them down again. So stupid.
Yeah, that's a little tough, right? With what you're doing.
It's so fucking dumb.
I came up with a crazy idea with my friends yesterday.
For restaurants or just...
Are you gonna execute on it?
It's hard work.
I know.
I want someone else to. But I was just thinking, like, we're talking about the PS5, and I was like, they don't have any Triple X games on there? I'm like, nah. I was like, someone should make a Triple X console so these game providers can make Triple X games, and you're using the interaction part of the...
I mean, virtual reality porn is a thing now.
That's what I'm saying.
By the way...
But gaming with porn and, like, a Sims type of game... And,
well, they got that, don't they? Not for the mainstream consoles, but like I've seen.
I feel like it should have been done already. I don't know.
Triple X console. That's all I'm saying. Like
console.
Interactive sex, game form.
They low key do. If you want to see the future of technology, look at what porn's doing. Like they're always the first to like.
They are.
Like,
well, yeah.
Their buyers are very active.
Yeah. They have a very engaged audience.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. You know.
Yeah. That's hella funny how we're talking about that VR porn.
Well, it's just a loose format, my friend.
We talked about kiosks and now we're talking about VR porn. But but yeah, so Zyral came from Legal Shield because you had asked like how I manage all this shit. So it's all serving the same demographic, which is basically small business owners. So everything I do is helping like the local entrepreneur, if you will. Like this brand that I launched a few years ago called Support Your Local Entrepreneur, which we will relaunch, I promise. But I think the overlap between everything I do is the demographic I'm serving. So that's my leverage point. My leverage point is I know my audience, and when you know your audience, you can flip that into.
My mind is
buzzing. That is the very important thing. Knowing who your audience and your demographic. That's number one.
You make an engineer kiosk. You're like, plug me some auto tune.
I could talk to
them. That'd be crazy, right?
It could work.
Like a studio where the engineer shows up on the screen from his house. And just, and you're just inputting shit you want. I want these 2 hours.
But see, that's your demographic, though. That's not mine.
Right.
Yeah, so I can help you, guide you to the resources to make that happen. But
it's possible, right?
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Step one, you just got to believe anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. Anything is possible.
So do you use calendar apps to manage too with the timing, or
yeah, my calendar is my boss. I mean, if it's not on my calendar, it doesn't exist.
do you write anything down physically, or is it just all on phone?
Personally, I just use Google Calendar.
Okay.
And I have like my 5 different emails on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, look, is there a more effective way to be organized? I'm sure there is. But
Yeah.
right now, Google
I
Calendar.
wouldn't know.
Whatever's convenient too. Like if it's just right there, it's
Right there.
way easier.
Yeah.
I heard this nugget last night from the guest on my podcast because he does a lot, and I asked him how he stays organized and what CRMs and whatnot he uses. He said, "Look, the best tool out there is the tool you're actually going to use.
Yeah.
Point blank.
The most, or at hand's reach, right?
Well, just I mean, there's like, for example, you have like that mixer right there, right?
Yeah.
There's probably 1,000 different kinds of mixers out there.
Yeah.
So which one is the best? The one you're actually going to use the way it's intended to. Because you could have the best equipment in the
Eugene.
world.
Yeah.
If you don't do anything with it, then who gives a fuck, you know?
You're awesome, man.
Yeah.
I researched the hell out of this Rodecaster, and it was made for podcasting. And I was like, yeah, that's what I need.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, you could take somebody who doesn't have the initiative like you do and give them that same piece of equipment
Yeah.
and give you not even have a mixer, just you and your phone.
Yeah.
And you will run circles around them because you're actually taking action.
Yeah. It's all about action and incentive. Definitely investing in yourself. How often do you reinvest yourself into the companies that you're doing? Is it a half thing? Is it an all thing?
It depends on what you might
You're doing
like
a lot of
actual-
different things too, so it's probably more.
Yes, let me just lay out everything I'm doing.
Yeah,
What do
please.
you do,
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
Other than take jobs away from McDonald's employees.
Yeah.
They did that to themselves.
Oh, go to college.
Minimum wage raise.
Go to
All
college.
right,
You want to
bye.
ask for $20 an hour to push buttons. What the hell you expect a small business owner to do? Like, I can't afford that. Get you out of here. That's your fault.
And you gonna fall and not show up?
Calling sick, all that, man. I used to be
Yeah.
a manager at Jamba Juice. I knew what that was. Okay, so Legal Shield, Zyral, we got my podcast going. We literally just launched a nonprofit a couple days ago. We have our
Nice.
first community service event on the 22nd. We're going to feed 100 homeless people.
I'll be out there, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, invite me out. I'll be out there.
Yeah, we're keeping it smaller this time. Really, the purpose of this one is to just kind of get the
COVID.
ball rolling.
Yeah.
And then a month from now, we're going to do a big one for the holidays. So this originally started off as an idea just to like do something around Thanksgiving.
Nice.
But
yeah.
then my
Perfect
partner,
time. Holidays.
exactly. But my partner was like, "Yo, bro, I've actually been wanting to do like a real nonprofit, and there's other issues out there besides just hungry homeless people. Why don't we just create something where every month we address an issue? So like this month it'll be homeless people. Next month, we'll give gifts to like underprivileged communities. The month after that, we'll focus on something like international. The month after that, we'll tackle like sex trafficking and there's no shortage of problems. in the world.
Right.
Can I bring up something for the homeless?
Please.
Because I was talking about this with Nut, what I want to do.
Where he at, by the way?
Huh?
I said, where he at?
No.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Throwing weed somewhere on. Smoking it. Phones for the homeless. I have this big initiative I want to do where I want to give phones for the homeless because I felt like food's great and I've been with that, but I felt like homeless need is phones.
Why?
So they can do Instacart, they can do these social apps that make money, but not even that. It's bigger than that. Communication
okay.
is key. If homeless people could communicate with each other, they could get a lot more done. Keep each other safer, be in safer zones, move more efficiently. They could be moved more efficiently from the city. They could be tracked more efficiently with COVID. And then you can know where they're at. And so I just think I'd love to see homeless with more cell phones and people that are donating. I want to start a program where you just pay for the prepaid minutes, give them a cell phone, and I swear to God, I think their life will change. You know,
I like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
the more information they're accessible to is going to help their lives out. You know.
So we're gonna have a meeting where we're just gonna brainstorm like all the ideas we can about how to bring value and service to the world. I mean, the real reason we did this, excuse me,
No, go for it.
has some
What was that?
longanisa for breakfast.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, Filipinos got the best breakfast out there. Changed my mind.
That shit tastes good the next day.
The next 2 days. But we really said to ourselves, in today's world, everything is just so divided,
Yeah.
and everyone is just so against their
Yeah.
enemies. Like, for what? Like,
Sensitivity,
yeah, a bunch of
insecurity.
I could go riff
We
on
could
that
go
for
on
a
and
minute.
on,
Yeah. But like, how can we bring people together and help people remember that? I think everyone would be willing to unite around.
But it's
something
tough right now with COVID trying to
Mm-hmm.
unite people, right? Like,
I mean, we go fuck COVID. We gonna do it anyway.
we gonna do it.
I stopped caring about COVID 6 months ago. Like, I'm not sure.
I still really care about COVID, but yeah, I think it's like,
Yeah.
I think it's still important to be responsible. Just so you
Sure.
I see networking events in the future where they're just bots there, and you teleport your image into the head screen.
They got that.
They got that already,
They
huh?
got those like robots that your face is like on it from your remote location, and the bot is literally there like as you.
That's fucking crazy that we're already there. So they're doing it in party form or they're doing it in task form?
I don't know. I've seen it. Like if you go to downtown Palo Alto, you'll see these robots like going around
Going
sometimes.
around already?
Yeah, well, at least you used to. I don't know how it is right now, but yeah, bro. I mean,
Yeah, we're here.
The future is
Yeah.
today,
I
and
told-
we are in Silicon Valley. So
I told my friend, like in the future, people will be paying like a car payment for their own personal robot, and we're all gonna want one because they'll all be doing our laundry for us. They'll be watching the kids for us. They'll be providing security for your house, cleaning your refrigerator.
I don't think that is far fetched at all.
You'll be
man.
paying $50,000 for the BMW version, you know, or you can get like the Hyundai version.
Yeah, nah, dude. This is the Jetsons, man. Like we are in that era right now.
You're in that technology too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Automation.
Automation.
Is happening, and that's really like my major theme for the upcoming year is,
Yeah.
I'm 32 now. I'm kind of ready to I don't want to say retire because I'm never
You're
gonna
young,
retire.
man. 32. You guys are young, man.
Yeah, it's like I feel like every year I'm getting younger and younger. But what I was saying was, I'm figuring out more ways to automate and make things passive so that I can not have to work.
And
if I
that's
don't
the
want
future.
to.
Everything's getting faster, more convenient.
Absolutely,
Right? Like all these
yeah.
apps are delivering, picking up your laundry, dropping off your laundry. Like everything is gonna be
2-day Prime
faster.
society.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prime fucked us over with that. We're just like, now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any other company I order, I'm like, why is it taking 3 days?
Yeah. You're on Prime, right? Are you on Prime?
Yeah.
Are you on Prime?
Got to, man.
You have to be.
Jeez, man.
Once
I'm
you go-
not yet.
Business owner, I need things now.
I know. I should just get on. I've ordered 28 things and not. No, I won't.
It's like 150 a year, right? Whatever. And
150 a year? That's not bad.
Something like
yeah,
that,
so if
yeah.
you're paying, and it's free shipping. So if you're paying a few bucks for shipping every
Right.
time you order 28 things, it's
Yeah.
basically it's the same cost
Yeah.
and you get it sooner. You know,
Yeah.
it's got to run your numbers, do your math.
Tell me about this. You're not nutting for 30 days thing. I don't think I've lasted 24 hours, man.
Yeah, the first one. So yeah, you always want to subject yourself to discomfort, right? Because you grow outside of your comfort zone.
Okay.
188% true. Yes.
So once you really like live that life, you proactively look for ways to
Make yourself uncomfortable.
make yourself uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I've done weird challenges before. Like I decided to be a vegan for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I love meat. I just didn't eat meat. Well, I like 99% didn't eat meat for like 6
Yeah,
months. That was
yeah.
terrible. Back in my party days, when I was drinking like every night, just cold turkey one day, I said, all right, I'm not drinking for this month, and didn't, which was crazy to me because we were going out like 5-6 nights a week. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that was tough.
Yeah.
So this latest one was I've done a lot of research on the subject of semen retention and sexual transmutation.
It works. It works, man.
Basically, every time you
This is
bust
only
a
a
nut-
guy thing,
It's
though?
a guy thing. It's a guy thing.
Well,
yeah.
this was spurred on by my best friend who's a girl, and she was like, let's not nut for 30 days. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
And there's some other shit going on in my life where I'm like, all right, I need like a challenge like this.
It's most effective when you're 30 and up, though. But
Why?
Well,
you lose some testosterone at 30 and up.
that, but I mean, it can also, it's effective at any age, bro. Because look, at the end of the day, if you're a man, you like to nut. And I'd imagine if you're a woman, you like to nut too. But I've never experienced that because I'm not a woman. But speaking for
No,
us men,
yes, we do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's good to know.
who doesn't love a good orgasm,
I know.
right?
Do you enjoy this? Because I enjoyed mine.
Yeah.
Enjoy yours.
So today is day 30 of no nut.
Day
I made it.
30?
I've made it.
You're for sure counting the days.
I was counting down the days, but just man, I've had a killer month, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm reflecting on what I did this month. It's like launched a nonprofit, launched a podcast, is doing very well. Zyral's on a tear right now. Like everything is up and to the right.
And then when you bust in that, you're gonna have like holes in your sweat.
it was funny because I called him last night to like just catch up on the phone, and then he just had like so much energy. I was like, "Did you just
Yeah.
drink coffee, or like, well, why
No,
are you
it's
talking
not.
so fast? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
trying
not.
to keep up with your energy right now."
It's real. When I notice that I'm not days, and and I don't get a chance to, whatever, I'm going. It's just
Because
going.
you've kept
Okay.
your
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
Like when you nut, you are literally releasing
Yeah.
energy.
No, yeah. Well, that's all your
Interesting.
energy right there.
Yeah.
You know, Red Bull has a little bit of Red Bull semen in it.
Is that true?
Yeah, one of the properties of a ginkgo or whatever, that's red semen.
That's great to know.
Yeah.
I could have gone without knowing that.
Yeah.
Well,
So we're all.
It's all over the world. A lot of
Look at your
cultures, they
face.
drink semen from animals, and it gives you energy.
Interesting.
I'm drinking water for the rest of my life. Water and orange juice for the
I
rest
drink
of my
coconut
life.
water. I'm like,
It's like coconut nut.
yeah, coconut.
Where my Kawhi Leonard laugh? Come on, bro. Yeah. I heard that one.
So are you? How long you going, man?
No, I'm done today.
Okay.
I'm celebrating tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
It's gonna be slow or fast.
I thought your the last day is like you supposed to hold off because then 30 days. This is your 30th day, so you're not supposed to do it till tomorrow, right?
I'm gonna go with fuck that.
So you didn't complete 30 days, right? Oh, wait till midnight. It's
a
midnight.
long ass
rule,
time,
the
though,
rule
Eugene.
was
Damn.
look. The rule as it was stated was we get to nut on the 14th.
Did you have gas, by the way? Bad gas, or did you never know you have any gas?
I mean, you having bad gas from time to time.
I'm just saying, like when you're full of it, like my gas is like, whoa.
I think it's a different part of the
I didn't
body,
even
but
know that was connected.
I
It's
know.
about what?
You're the biology expert here, Miss Drug Lady.
Chemistry.
I mean, there's all these
Okay,
pathways getting
different.
clogged, and you know, like.
I mean, the mental clarity is on the next level right
Do you
now.
meditate?
I do. I've recently done it more intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
One of my very good friends, she's like a spiritual coach, and she's been kind of talking me through it.
Cool.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, so
It's a
I mean,
drug.
if you do it right.
Yeah, if you do it right.
But as high strung as I am and active,
hard.
it's hard for me to sit down and be still. But
I hear
I
you.
found
There's
other
your
ways
next
to be still.
challenge right there.
Oh!
Well, I
30
do
day
my
meditation
own.
challenge.
Yeah.
I got my own brand of
Every day.
meditation. The whole goal of meditation is to like be present in the moment, right?
Yeah.
So there's other, like, for example, I love
Exercising is
basketball.
meditation.
Exactly. If I'm standing there just dribbling a basketball, being
That's
present, and me
meditation.
dribbling, exactly. So do I necessarily have to sit there with my eyes closed in the right
No.
form?
You look cooler.
I have a very
Yeah.
different approach or perception of meditation, actually. And I've been doing it for 90 days straight. That's like
Really?
my challenge is to
90
do these.
days?
Yeah. So I have a challenge too, but it's a 90-day relentless. So for 90 days, the first 3 hours in the morning, I wake up at 5:30. And the first 3 hours are mine completely. It's silent. I meditate, I read, listen to a podcast, and just do whatever I want for me so that afterwards I can give myself 100% to the world.
Sounds like my
Oh,
Sunday.
her plan is way cooler than mine.
Yeah. I can't do that in the morning. I'm way too jumbled. Like, oh, I gotta get shit done.
Yeah, no, I dead ass. The first thing I do when I wake up is sit on Instagram for half an hour.
I wake up
Meditation
nervous.
helps with that though for me. The focus. That's what
Yeah.
meditation does for me.
2-3 days a week I'm doing what she's doing, and it feels amazing.
How do you only do it 2-3 days a week? Because I'd find that hard to build a habit if you only do it 2-3 days a week.
Well, dude, I own my own business, so I have the time to do it. But I usually wake up like nervous and shit. Like, oh, shit, there's something not being done. But days that I know that I'm situated, and because I literally plan days to not do shit, so I have to. I just sit there on my phone. I'm on the couch, and it feels great. It feels amazing. I don't know. You have nothing planned, nothing to do, and that's where my best ideas come from on which direction I want to
When
do.
you're still.
That's where I need meditation because.
Hey,
I'm-
the camera cut out.
Oh, okay.
Switch the battery or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, I got a new battery. Let's pause. Hold on. Let's pause. We're only like 10 minutes away too. Low Rance is like.
No, but I want to talk to you more about meditation because it's
Yeah.
actually a very physical activity.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have not heard it described.
It
as
is a
physical.
it's when your body connects with your mind is what I've learned.
Yeah, I just like.
When your body connects with your mind.
Yeah.
Well, I guess then maybe I'm achieving that by not
Different.
sitting down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you're playing sports and you're present in sports, that is a mind-body experience because you're having to have your.
But you have to it's like a conscious
well.
conscious feeling of other parts of your body. So like you ever just sit and think about what your skin on your hand is feeling, like the air and stuff? Like then it connects your physical being to the mind so that you're focused on one thing at a time. And every time you meditate is a lesson on how to focus.
Alright, we finna run this again.
But anyway, that's something I told you we always have like some really cool stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I need that in my life.
We're running again?
Yeah.
Oh, what we gonna talk about?
If I was,
We're talking about meditation.
Yeah.
Jinx. Homies. celebrity. I haven't said that in 10 years.
Homie celebrity?
What?
You call her a homie celebrity?
No, I said you owe me a Slurpee.
Oh, you owe me a
They
Slurpee.
even have
I
Slurpees still?
haven't. I know the 7-Eleven stuff.
No. Yeah, they do. They still have free Slurpee day.
Do they?
Do they?
Yeah, but you gotta be like 7th grade. Like,
Yeah.
It's just like 38
What is this
cents.
30-year-old coming here for a free Slurpee?
Is this Slurpee day today?
Yeah, bro, you could save your $2.
Get out of my way, 12-year-old.
Start punching
Is
kids.
this Slurpee day?
No, you were talking about meditation, and
Yeah.
Josie was just explaining to me.
Just the different types of like meditation or our perceptions of meditation.
Right, there's different perceptions.
I mean, I guess again, at the end of the day, you just want to be still so you can let your thoughts digest.
You don't have to be a monk wearing a robe to meditate. That's why I tell a lot of people that meditate because they feel like, well, how do you do it? And I'm like, I just literally sit there and I'm going crazy in my brain. You know what I mean? Because I literally think like if you can't just sit there with your eyes closed and be relaxful, that means you might be going crazy. You know what I mean? So like, see how long it takes your body to not feel as crazy? Because sometimes I meditate and I don't feel nothing got done. I was thinking hella thoughts and I was stressed out, but I really like opened my eyes again. Now I realized like, oh,
Clarity or
I
what?
do feel more clear. Your brain is that fucking crazy where it's thinking that, well, you just slow it down just a little bit.
Breathe.
That allows your body needs to be bored, and that's all of our biggest fears as entrepreneurs, to be bored,
Yeah.
to waste time. Your body needs that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it needs it, and you have to fight laziness to like get yourself to that. So I just want to tell all entrepreneurs, you have to be lazy. You have to choose a day because your best asset is cognitive thinking. And all these little tasks you're giving yourself are killing that. They're taking oxygen away from cells that breathe cognitive thinking. So you can't give yourself too much task. That's just what I know. You gotta be willing to be bored. And you gotta tell yourself, I'm gonna hang with my mom today for 4 hours straight. Just be bored.
Yeah.
And I come up with great
sure.
fucking ideas with my mom. Like, I don't know, it's weird. You know?
You
It's
can be
true.
still in the silence. Yeah.
When you tell yourself I ain't gonna do shit, your body just starts firing off.
And this is why a lot of people have great
weird.
ideas, like in the shower, because in the shower,
Yeah,
you're literally
when it's
just
warm, your body's warm.
chilling.
Yeah. When I go for walks, it's always the last 10 minutes of my walk. I get all the
One
greatest
thing I heard,
ideas and ideas.
Jay Shetty, he's a great guy. He wrote a book. He used to be a monk, Instagram, personality. But he was actually a monk for a long
A
time.
real monk.
A real monk, like lived in wherever monks live.
Yeah.
In like the
Mountains in a
Is that,
cave.
what is it called, a monastery
Okay.
or whatever?
Yeah. Well, they all live in different places.
Yeah, different types.
Top bed, lower bed,
Yeah. But what he says is, even after all these years where he would used to meditate for 10 hours a day or whatever,
Yeah.
to this day, it still takes him like half an hour just when he sits down to meditate
To get ready.
to calm down. So
Yeah.
don't be too hard on yourself if you meditate for 20 minutes, you feel like nothing got done. Well, that's
Yeah.
kind of just the nature of the game,
You have to do it for an hour.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
unless you're, I don't know. I guess it's different.
My,
for
my
everybody.
trick is to stretch for 30 minutes straight and then do it. And then
Okay.
you're in that zone way faster. Like if you can feel your muscles melting, yeah. Because like if your muscles are tight, you can't meditate. And I'm being real. If your muscles are tight, you cannot meditate
I'm gonna
properly.
try that.
If your back is tight, you cannot meditate properly.
It's hard to sit down for a long time if you.
Oh, yeah, very hard, very hard.
That's what happened the first time I tried meditating for a decent amount of time. Is my leg fell asleep. And I was like, it's like I feel like I'm getting somewhere mentally, but I can't feel my leg, and this hurts. I gotta
And then
move.
you focus on that.
And then you go, yeah,
And that's all you're thinking about.
Yeah.
There was this one video or thing I watched, like it was like these monks and they were in the mountains and it was freezing fucking cold, man. It was like 4 of them going to this cave. There's no fire and they had these wet towels and they put it on the monks and they started meditating. There was steam coming off the towels.
Wow.
Monks be doing some crazy
It's some
shit, man.
crazy shit
Yeah.
when you tap into your mental. And so, because I taught my friend a meditation because he didn't know about it. And I just said, we're just going to sit here with our eyes closed, bro. No homo. We're just going to sit with our eyes closed.
I go try to.
Someone walks in, it's awkward, but like just sit there and just try to think of nothing. So he's sitting there next to me and he starts going, whoa, whoa. And I'm like, is this guy making fun of me? Like, you don't think this is serious? So after like 10 minutes, I'm like, what's up? He's like, bro, I saw this orb of light
Wow.
and I was just following it. And I'm like, And he said that's what got him hooked. Like ever since he's been trying, like for this 10 years of meditation, he's been trying to get back to that first one that he had with me. He said he's been trying to and he can't. And I'm like, that's what got you into it.
I wonder if that has anything to do with like, so I've been trying to learn how to tap into the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
how
you
to
can.
input
You can.
information into the
Yes,
subconscious.
you can slip it
Affirmations.
in. Yeah. You can slip it in.
That's what affirmations are amazing.
You know how to sleepwalk? If you literally think a thought that moment right before you go to sleep, if you think a thought, that's how you sleepwalk, they said.
Really?
Yeah. Or
Because I think a lot of thoughts before I go to bed. I've never sleepwalked in my life.
Yeah, me too.
I've
At least
learned
not that I
it.
know of.
In your dreams, you can learn how to control your dreams by noticing dream cues,
Wow.
like turning
What
on.
are those called? Those are called those dreams.
Yeah.
Lucid.
dreams.
Lucid dreams,
Yeah.
but like, so you can't read books, can't read clocks, you can't turn on a light switch on and off. I've tried all three of those, and those help me realize, oh, this is a dream.
Yeah, that's some inception.
And then you can control the dream for like the thing
Wow.
about controlling a dream is you kind of half know it's a dream and you half can't realize that it's fully a dream.
Yeah.
But if you give yourself the cues, because I read this book and this book had nothing but cues.
What was the book?
I forget. It was just how to control your subconsciousness. Because I always had dreams where I was running and I was just afraid of what I was running from. And I realized my friend told me, like, you know how you run slow in your dream? That's because the blanket's on top of you.
Really?
So I'm like, really? And so he's like, read this book. And I shit you not, from then on, I learned how to control my dreams. I would literally just
Wow.
learn how to fly away from whatever I was afraid. Because I half knew it's a dream. And you got to go to the cues, like light
Yo,
switches.
what is that about? Because I have been having that dream a lot. Not a lot lately, but times I can remember where I'm trying to run. But
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you what. When you learn how to control it, you can actually fly away. And I've
I'm gonna
only
remember this next
recently
time.
done that
That's
in the
scary.
past 5 years. Where I've just recently learned, I can fly away. And it's weird. It's
Man, you're-
fucking weird.
Wow.
But
That's
it's true.
on some other
your
level.
sleeping must be lit.
Yeah, I know.
It is now, but I smoke so much, I don't do deep REM. So when I do deep REM and I'm sober, it's scary. I mean,
Wow.
it's very real. My dreams can be very real if I haven't smoked like the whole day before. Hey, I gotta cut it short. We got our next guest coming on, man. But that was some great game.
Yeah,
it
it was
was
a good
real.
part
We
two,
can
man.
Come
Thank
back
you for
part
having
two
me.
for sure.
Hell yeah, bro.
For sure, man. I want to thank Josie for bringing you on. She's a networker. I appreciate you, man. Come back. We'll talk about some more stuff you got going on in your life, right? We're gonna connect on IG.
Yeah, we just got to the tip of the iceberg.
I know.
We only stuck
We
the
have
tip in.
so much.
Just the tip.
We only stuck the tip in.
Just the tip.
Well, Eugene, I want to thank you, man. Follow him on Instagram. That boy moving tough, bro. You can get some legal advice to the guy, or he'll shoot you to one of his peoples. You can get it through them.
Yes, sir.
I'm really kind of excited to know about your kiosk thing going on. So hopefully we'll have you back and kind of dive more into that.
Everything is on my social media page.
Everything's on there.
At _ Eugenius. EUGENIUS.
I like that. You genius,
Genius.
gang. Appreciate you having on, man. We'll have you back soon, bro.
Hell yeah, brother.
My guy.
100. Gangland.